Hello, my name is Rafal and I'm a headshot photographer. I just want to start doing vlogs, hopefully a few times a week. And yeah, I would like to kind of chat a little bit more about photography, headshot photography, just explore this topic a little bit further down. As you probably know, and I've been actually talking about it a little bit, English is not my first language, so sometimes I have some difficulties to express myself and say exactly what I would like to say. So please forgive me for making some grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes. I hope I'll try my best, and I think that videos also helps me to learn a little bit more about language, because this is really big deal for me to speak in different language, and then try to kind of explore some of those things which are my passion. So let me start with telling you a little bit about myself. I've been a photographer for the last 10 years. I started shooting weddings. That was my kind of main thing for numbers of years. But at some point, I found, I've been kind of feeling that a little bit burning out from it, and I really wanted to do something different. So a few years ago, I started shooting a lot of portraits, and at some point, this whole thing led me towards headshot photography. And believe it or not, I found that headshot photography is really challenging. It's really difficult, and there's so much going into it that sometimes people don't even realize how much knowledge we have to have in order to create a good headshot. And I would like to kind of explore this a little bit more. I would like to kind of start breaking down some of those things and have open discussion with you guys, because I noticed that there is huge trend right now to be a headshot photographer. We constantly learn something new. There is few people who are our leaders, people who we actually look up to. I would like to give big shout out to Dylan Patrick, Christian Webb. Those guys really, stand out from the crowd, and they are our inspirations, and we learn from them. And what is really amazing and what's really makes me super happy about it is that those guys share their knowledge. Back in the days, we had to really learn ourselves. We had to make sure that we get those information from somewhere. Not too many photographers wants to share those things. So having those guys on board who they're willing to help, they're willing to share, they're willing to guide us, it's really important. So going back to the headshot photography and why I even started this whole thing, I found that, again, the headshot photography is really challenging, and I'll tell you why, and I would like to explore it a little bit more. I'd like to kind of hear your feedback as well on this topic. So let me start with this. As you probably know, our face is basically something where we say to the world, how do we feel? We don't have to discuss with anybody, how they feel. We can just look at them and we know right away how they feel. Sometimes you can see they're really sad. Sometimes we see that they're really happy. We have over 200 plus muscles on our face, which creates those different, I would say, structures which sends to the world how do we feel. And that's why I think headshot photography is so challenging, because I think that we have to somehow capture that positive emotion. And let me tell you this, I've been in many shoots where someone had a bad day, and I was trying to do everything what I could. I was just the clown of the town to make them happy, to make them excited, to make them, but for some reason I found that the face simply can't lie. And that's why I think that it's really difficult sometimes to capture that specific moment, that specific expression, which gives us that solid and amazing headshot. So to all those guys who are shooting headshots out there, I would like to say big kudos for what they're doing, because it's not an easy thing. I found it's sometimes it's really challenging. Besides all those technical stuff we have to go through, and I would like to also kind of discuss this a little bit more throughout those future vlogs, and I would like to kind of really break some of those things down and really learn. I would like to share, and I would like to kind of have open chat and open discussion about all those things. What do we do? So going back to the headshot photography, I would like to kind of add a few things, and then probably I will end it up and I will create another one which we're going to be talking about something different. So I would like to talk a little more about all those important factors which make good headshots. So starting with proper equipment, I found that we can create specific shots with literally any cameras, right? So the technology really makes this whole thing much easier for us. I know there's specific lenses, there's specific cameras, that's all thing just makes this entire process much easier. But still, I found that you can have the best equipment, you can have the best lenses, you can have the best lighting, but if you don't get this specific expression, this whole thing just goes pretty much down the drain. So important thing is that sometimes we have to just kind of step back and try to kind of look at this whole thing from kind of different angle, because there's so many different factors which makes good headshot good. And again, I think that we really have to put this whole thing together to make this final image looks good. So I would like to kind of hear your comments on this. I would like to kind of hear your experience, doing headshots, because I think we all can learn from it. I think it's important that we're going to be sharing this information, and we're going to be sharing our knowledge. We're going to be sharing our informations, so we all gonna grow into something where we're gonna be much stronger in what we do. So first of all, what I would like to say, I'd like to thank you everybody to amazing feedbacks, amazing support. I would like to also say that the group we are in right now, headshot photographers, is amazing. I'm really happy that we have created some kind of community which really looks after each other. That's so important, and I think we really have to make sure that we're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna support each other, we're gonna share the knowledge, we're gonna be basically kind to each other, and we're gonna be trying to understand some of those things, what do we do, so we all as a team, as a group, we will improve. I see in my work significant change over the last even couple of years, because some of those folks who really make a difference, and they really just help, and this is something really important. So stay tuned. I would like to kind of hear your feedback. I would like to hear your comments. If you have any specific questions towards to me and towards what I do, please feel free to email me, send me a message, tweet it. You can choose which medium kind of works best for you. And so let's keep this amazing headshot photography grow, and let's get better every day on what we do. See you soon, and I will be looking forward to hear from you guys. And have a wonderful day, and stay tuned for the next one.